Hey everybody, Jimmy Flowers guy here. And since we are in the midst of a potential Flyers playoff push, well, I wouldn't say potential. I say there could be a chance that this team will make the playoffs. A lot of people have their doubts. A lot of people are very optimistic about what's going to happen. And I just want to share my thoughts about this team. Also, I want to talk about some of the playoff games, some of my playoff memories on here as well. But I gotta tell you, this season, let's do a quick overview of this season so far. The first half of the season, the Philadelphia Flyers, they were winning games in bunches. They were playing some of the best hockey all season. Well, all of the first half. Then January came. Before that, Flyers won 2 games going to the holiday break, beating the Vancouver Canucks at home and going to Chicago to beat the Chicago Blackhawks to go into the holiday break. They were in good shape after the holiday break. We go into January. They start the road trip. They travel to Vancouver. They beat the Canucks. They go to Seattle. They lose to the Kraken. Then they go to Calgary. They lose to the Flames. But then after that, they go into Edmonton. And they beat the Oilers. Flyers then come back to Philadelphia to face off against the Ducks. They beat the Ducks. Then they have 2 games in Philadelphia against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And that's when the wheels started to fall off for this team. Shortly after that, they kept losing games. They kept losing more games. Then in February, things got worse. Absolutely embarrassed by the Buffalo Sabres, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Then they lose to the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then after those losses, they go to Utah. They go to Vegas. And before that, they got mashed for the Rangers on a weekend game. Then they go into Vegas, and they defeat the Vegas Golden Knights. One of the best teams in the NHL, led by Jack Eichel. They go to Utah. They play a pretty good game. But then they lose in overtime. That was a crushing loss for the Flyers. Then they go to Colorado. And nobody ever expected the Flyers to beat a good team like the Colorado Avalanche. They go into that game and they absolutely make Colorado look like a pee wee hockey team. Then they come home and they get shut out by the New York Islanders. Then they get a game against the Bruins and they get embarrassed by the Boston Bruins. Then they face Columbus. They come close, but they fall short in the third period. Then, in late February, the Flyers start trying to waste their games. And then they go into March. And then they win a bunch of games. They lose a few, but they're playing pretty good hockey. At the end of February, they end up getting a point on the Ottawa Senators. They get a point against Ottawa going into the Olympic break. They come back from the Olympics and entirely from the Olympic break. They come back and they're an entirely different hockey team than they were in previous months. They won some games in March. They lose a few in March. They end up beating the Wild in overtime in Minnesota, team with one of the best power plays in the NHL. The Flyers get it done. They go to Pittsburgh. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. Alex Monk gets his first goal as a Flyer. Then the Flyers, they come home. They lose to Columbus. But they play a pretty damn good game. They lose in overtime. Then they go on the road. They end up beating the Anaheim Ducks in overtime. They go to LA. They beat the Kings in a shootout. And then they go to San Jose. And they win that game in regulation. They go 3 for 3 in the California road trip. Right now, the Flyers are in 5th place with 85 points. Let me just check the standings real quick. Check the standings in the Metro Division. Real quick. Check the standings real quick. With Metropolitan Division. Let's see here. The Flyers right now sit in 5th place with 80 points. We just have to hope that the Capitals lose. The Rangers and Devils, they're not going to do anything. But the teams to worry about right now are the Capitals. And actually, the Devils are actually starting to catch up. So, we have to watch out for the Devils and the Capitals. Capitals right now have 79 points. Alexa, what is the next Washington Capitals game.
The Washington Capitals will play the St. Louis Blues tomorrow night at 8 p.m. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No, thank you. Okay, so the Capitals sit at 79 points. They have a game against St. Louis tomorrow night. If the Capitals win, then they have 81 points. And if the Flyers win, Flyers will have 82 points. If the Flyers should win, the next game after that, Flyers have 84 points. If they win another game, they'll have 86 points. And we could pass the New York Islanders. Let me see what the next game is. Alexa, when is the next New York Islanders game? Alexa, when is the next New York Islanders game? Let's check that. Alexa, when is the next New York Islanders game?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, when is the next Islanders game?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa, when is the next Islanders game? Alexa. Alright, whatever their game is. Alexa.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, when is the next Islanders game?
The New York Islanders will play the Chicago Blackhawks tomorrow evening at 7 p.m.
Islanders also play tomorrow night. They got an easy opponent, the Chicago Blackhawks, which is totally unfair, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining about that. You gotta take those, sometimes you gotta take those, sometimes you gotta take those games. But Blue Jackets have 85 points. If the Flyers can win tomorrow night, Flyers have 82 points. Let's check the schedule real quick to see what games are left for the Flyers. So let's see here. Okay, so Tuesday, they got the Columbus Blue Jackets. If they win that game, they'll have 82 points. We have to hope that the New York Islanders, lose to the Blackhawks tomorrow night. So hopefully, if CM Punk can get his team pumped up, then hopefully the Blackhawks can get the job done for us. Also, we have to make sure that the Capitals lose too. We also hope that my mom's about to leave. Where are you going, Mom?
I just wanted to say bye. I love you. We'll be back.
Love you too.
Bye, Tim. Love you.
Love you too. Okay, so we just have to hope that the Capitals lose tomorrow night. We want the Blues to win that game. And want the Blackhawks to beat the Islanders. If Flyers can win on Tuesday. If the Flyers can win on Tuesday, they will have 82 points. And if they can win on Thursday, the Flyers will have 84 points. And we just don't have those teams. behind us and above us. The teams behind us lose. And then we got, so if we beat Columbus on Tuesday, we have 82 points. If we beat Chicago on Thursday, we have 84 points. And if we beat the Red Wings, we'll have 86 points. And if we manage to beat Dallas, we'll be very good. Beat Dallas, we'll have 87. Hold on a minute. So let me start it. We beat Columbus, we have 82 points. Beat Chicago, that's 84 points. Beat Detroit, Flyers have 87 points. If they manage to beat Dallas, the Flyers should have 89 points. And if they can beat Washington, Flyers will have 91 points. So hopefully, the Flyers can go on a tear, and I think they have a shot. Do I think it's going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. And even though I said that the Islanders are going to have an easy game with the Blackhawks, actually I might be wrong about that, because the Blackhawks are a desperate team right now. That might be a tough game. Actually. So do I think it's going to be easy for the Flyers to go on a tear? No, I don't think it's going to be easy. Do I think it's necessary? Well, yeah, obviously, it is necessary that the Flyers go on a tear. It is. If there's a possibility they could do it, but there's also a possibility they might not do it. You just gotta believe. You just gotta have hope that your team's gonna get it done. And right now, as a fan base, we're holding on to as much hope as we possibly can. And I'm going to say it right now. I would love to see a postseason in Philadelphia. A real, bona fide, 100% postseason. And let's face it, we need this. As a city, we need this. As a fan base, we need this. We are a city that has not seen Flyers playoff hockey in Philadelphia with fanfare, fans, an organ player, an atmosphere, a great atmosphere. I'd like to see that. We didn't get that in 2020. We didn't get that. And it sucked. I really would like to see this team get into the postseason. For years, it's been a tough go. After the 2019-2020 season, the Flyers went on an epic downfall. In 2021, they were getting killed in every game. In 2021, they were getting embarrassed on home ice night after night. 2021, and then the 2021-2022 season, was even worse. 2022, 2023, not even close. 2023, 2024, Flyers actually have had a chance that year. 2024, 2025, they had a little bit of a chance. This year, they actually do have a chance this time. Much bigger chance than they have in 2024, 2025. A much better chance than they did in 2023, 2024. It's about damn time that we have a postseason here in Philadelphia. See, I wear this hat with pride. I wear this hat because it's a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of strength. It's a symbol of determination. It's a symbol of Flyers hockey. In my life, I've seen some amazing playoff hockey as a Flyers fan. There's nothing like Flyers playoff hockey. The crowd, if you thought the crowds were crazy during the regular season, the playoffs, that's an entirely different animal right there. Like I said, I've seen so many amazing playoff games in my life. I remember this Flyers team in 2004. I remember seeing this team, seeing the Flyers beat the New Jersey Devils in 5 games. Seeing the Flyers have an epic overtime victory in Game 6 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I see the Flyers team go the distance against the very good Tampa Bay Lightning team in the 2004 Eastern Conference Finals. Game 6 holds so many great memories. Going to the game with my dad, sitting there, staying up late to watch a game in the arena. I watched that game, and I didn't get home until 12 midnight. That's how late that game lasted. Flyers got the overtime victory. Simone Gagne in Game 6. Overtime victory right there. Another great game. Games 3 and 4 against the Buffalo Sabres in 2006. Eastern Conference for Columbus. Not just that, I even like to throw Philadelphia Phantoms in the mix as well. 2005. They beat the Norfolk Admirals in the first round. Beat the Louisville Scranton Penguins in Game 6. Come from behind. I don't know if it's either Game 5 or Game 6. They came from behind. They were down big in that game. and they came back to win that game to go on to the next round. And then they beat the Providence Bruins. After that, they went into the Calder Cup Finals against a really good Chicago Wolves team. And let me tell you something. They swept the Chicago Wolves in that series to capture the Calder Cup in 2005. I remember going to the Flyers play the New Jersey Devils in Game 1 of the 2012 Eastern Conference semifinals. Danny Briere with the overtime game-winning goal. Not just going to see games live on TV, not just going to see games live in the arena, but also I've seen some great games on TV as well. Who could forget being the Flyers, beat the Rangers, and technically this wasn't a playoff game, but it felt like a playoff game. Beating the Rangers to get into the postseason in the last game of the season. There's nothing like that. Nothing at all. Then they play the New Jersey Devils. They beat them 5 games. They face off against a very good Boston Bruins team. A favorite of many. After that series, the Flyers became a new favorite. Losing games 1 and 2, then game 3 in Philadelphia, and coming back, winning games 4, games 5, and game 6, the first of game 7. Younger to Boston, the Flyers are absolutely overwhelmed in the first period. Peter Laviolette calls a timeout, and then the Flyers take the comeback against. They tie the score, and then in the third period, Simone Gagne on power play gives the Flyers the 4-3 lead. The entire TV garden is stunned. The Flyers, they hang on. They come back from the Bruins 4-3 games in on to beat the Bruins to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. They beat the Montreal Canadiens in 5 games to capture the 2010 Eastern Conference Championship. They lose to the Blackhawks, but nothing could compare to how memorable that season was for the Philadelphia Flyers. Mostly that playoff run. I remember watching TV, watching the Flyers Sabres from the 2011 Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Game 7. Really late game 6 Billy Lano with the overtime game-winning goal to force a Game 7. And then in Game 7, and then in Game 7, the Flyers defeat the Sabres. That was a great series. And I can't forget about the 2019, 2020 season. Yes, 2020 playoffs, they weren't the same. But still, they were somewhat exciting. That series against the Islanders, the game right in the 7 games, was a damn good series. And a lot of people say, maybe a lot of people, they disagree with me. But that series in 2020 in the Eastern Conference semifinals between the New York Islanders was some of the most exciting hockey I have ever watched. Even though the Flyers were on the losing end of that series was absolutely exciting. All respect is given to my friend, Isles Girl 3. That was a great series. That was a fun series. And I enjoyed it. Even though the Flyers came out on the losing end, it was a damn good series. It would be the last time we would see playoff hockey in Philadelphia. And I almost forgot to mention, how can I forget about Wayne Simmons? Wayne Simmons getting a hat-trick in the 2014 Eastern Conference quarterfinal series between the New York Rangers. There's nothing like that. That's all I really gotta say about that. So, you know what? Flyers playoff hockey is the real deal. Playoff hockey, in general, is the real deal. And I truly hope that this team gives everything that they have in their power to get into the playoffs. I know this team is going to give everything they have. A lot of people on this team are aware how much this means, not only to them, but also to this city and this fan base. A fan base that has put up with a lot of BS over the years. A lot of BS over the years. This means everything. To guys like Travis Konecny, who showed his frustrations in January and in February. To guys like Owen Tippett that want to take that next step. To the young guys on this team, they dream about this ever since their childhood. Guys like Alex Buck, and Denver Lurkey. They dream of moments like that. To tell you the truth, I want playoff hockey. Not just me, But every single Flyers fan that goes to the games, that watches the games on TV, that goes out in the world, wearing their jerseys and their hats with pride. To Philadelphia, playoff hockey means everything. Playoff hockey means absolutely everything for this team, this franchise, and the fan base. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let's go!